rust-flavored water. It's disgusting, but I'm able to work some moisture back into my mouth. I stretch my arms above my head, my joints popping in protest. A jolt of pain comes from my wrists, my stretch pulling at the still fresh scar tissue there. And that's when my mind starts wandering again, this time not into fantasy, but memory. I think about West Virginia every day. I relive it. I remember darting through those tunnels, clutching that red stone Nine had loaned me, shining its alien light on dozens of cell doors. In each one, I hoped to find my father, and each time I was disappointed. Then the Mogs came, cutting me off from John and Nine. I remember the fear that came from being separated from the others. Maybe they could fight off that many Mogs in Aiken with their legacies. Unfortunately, all I had was a stolen Mog blaster. I did the best I could, shooting any Mog that got too close, all the while trying to find a way back to John and Nine. I could hear John shouting my name above all the fighting. He was close, if only we weren't separated by a horde of alien beasts. A monster's tail lashed across my legs. My feet went out from under me. I lost my grip on Nine's stone and went tumbling to the ground. I hit face first, opening up a gash above my eyebrow. Blood immediately started trickling into my eyes. Half blinded, I crawled for cover. Of course, considering the lucky streak I'd been on since arriving in West Virginia, it wasn't that surprising that I ended up right at the feet of a Mogadorian warrior. He aimed his blaster at me, could have killed me right then, but reconsidered before pulling the trigger. Instead of gunning me down, he clipped me on the temple with the butt of the gun. Everything went black. I woke up, suspended from the ceiling by thick chains. Still in the cave, yet somehow I could tell they'd taken me deeper, to a more secure area. My stomach sank when I realized the cave was still standing at all, that I was being held prisoner. What did that mean about John and Nine? Had they gotten out? I didn't have much strength in my limbs, but I tried pulling against the chains anyway. There was no give. I felt desperate and claustrophobic. I was about to cry out when a huge Mogadorian strode into the room. The biggest one I'd ever seen. With an ugly purple scar on his neck and a strange-looking golden cane clutched in one of his massive hands. He was absolutely hideous, like a nightmare, but I couldn't look away. Somehow, his empty black eyes held my gaze. "Hello, Samuel," he said, as he stalked towards me. "Do you know who I am?" I shook my head, my mouth suddenly beyond dry. "I am Pittacus Ra, Supreme Commander of the Mogadorian Empire, Engineer of the Great Expansion, Beloved Leader." He bared his teeth in what I realized was supposed to be a smile. "Etc." The ringmaster of a planetary genocide, and the mastermind behind an upcoming invasion of Earth, had just addressed me by name. I tried to think of what John would do in a situation like this. He'd never flinch in the face of his greatest enemy. I, on the other hand, started to shake, the chains that bound my wrists clanking together. I could tell Pittacus appreciated my fear. "This can be painless, Samuel. You've chosen the wrong side, but I am nothing if not forgiving. Tell me what I want to know, and I'll set you free." "Never," I stammered, shaking even harder as I anticipated what would come next. I heard a hissing noise from above and looked up to see viscous, black goo dribbling down the chain. It was acrid and chemical, like burning plastic. I could swear the sludge was leaving rust marks on the chain as it dribbled down towards me, and soon it was coating my wrists. I was screaming. The pain was excruciating, and the goo had a stickiness to it that made it even worse, as if my wrists were covered in scalding tree sap. I was about to pass out from the pain when Pittacus touched his staff to my neck, lifting my chin.